The current time is 3 p.m.
Keep the faith, internet radio. The home for great soul, lost soul is Motown.
Live now on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. This is Bob's Sunday Soul.
It's time to sit back, relax, and listen to some great tunes. Join Bob Hutchins for 2 hours across the board. Soul music, our one we have on this day, and a Motown double playing in the second hour. It's time for listener request and another 2 tunes from Barry Gordy's great stable. This is Bob's Sunday Soul on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome along to Bob's Sunday Soul here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. I'm Bob Hutchins with you till 5 o'clock this afternoon, playing a great mix of soul, northern soul and Motown. I can see there's quite a few of you on the chat already. Good afternoon to Woozle, Anne and Steve Coleman in Kettering, Lardy up there in Leicestershire. Good morning to Michael Quartarano in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's get going, shall we? But first, I just want to say a huge thank you to Tommy Gunn and Mike Hollis for the last 4 hours. Where does Sundays go to? Can't believe it's mid-afternoon already. Okay, let's get going. Connie Austin, She Made a Mistake.
It's time for listener request and another 2 tunes from Barry Gordy's great stable. This is Bob's Sunday Soul.
And got off to a good start, according to Lardy there. Like that one that was Connie Austin, She Made a Mistake, which was an A-side on King Records from 19 1968, composed by Charles Sperling. Well, I updated the radio DJ system that I use for my live shows. Everything copies over. Apparently not the shortcuts. So when I was trying to press the button to make the track play, nothing happened. That confused me. Doesn't take a lot, you know. Here's T. Fletcher, Happy Loving You.
You're trying to tell me you're not the girl for me, and if I keep on loving you, I'll only wind up in misery. But let me tell you, baby, you're the one. Stood by my side when all of the world goes, and I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Loving you, loving nobody but you. You're trying to tell me you'll never be true, and if I give you my heart, I'll only wind up sad and blue. Well, let me tell you, baby, you my heart desire. In fact, pretty baby, you set my little soul on fire. And I'm happy, oh yeah, I'm happy. Loving you, loving nobody but you. I know you've always been by my side, and don't you know, you always have been my guy. No matter what they say, they'll never drive me away. And I'll be loving you, baby, loving you to my grave. But oh yeah, trying to tell me you're not the girl for me. And
There you go, that was T. Fletcher and Happy Loving You, released on Surefine Records from 1966. He composed it himself and it was produced by Wendell Parker. Thomas H. Fletcher was his real name. This is Keep the Faith, Internet Radio. Welcome along to Bob Sunday Soul.
Bob Sunday Soul on Your Faith Internet Radio.
on this day.
Yeah, it's time for our On This Day slot this week. 16th of November, Sunday the 16th. If you're still working, back to work tomorrow for most of you, of course, including me. In fact, I'm working all week, so busy week for me this week. Okay, 16th of November 1916 was the birth of producer, songwriter and co-founder of Atlantic Records, Herb Abramson. He produced Tommy Tucker's 1964 hit High-Heeled Sneakers. He died a long time ago now. Yes, he passed away 9th of November 1999. It's also the birthday, born 16th of November 1943, of Winfred Lovett, singer with American R&B vocal group The Manhattans, who had the 1976 US number 1, UK number 4 single Kiss and Say Goodbye. The Manhattans scored 45 hits on the Billboard R&B chart. Winfred Lovett sadly passed away 9th of December 2014 at the age of 78. Well, I'm not going to play Kiss and Say Goodbye from the Manhattans. I got a different one for you, but it is Tommy Tucker and High-Heeled Sneakers that we're going to play in celebration of Herb Abramson.
Put on your red dress, baby. Lord, we going out tonight. Put on your red dress, baby. Lord, we going out tonight. Then wear some boxing gloves in case some fool might wanna find. Put on your high heel sneakers, wear your big hat on your head. Put on your high heel sneakers, wear your big hat on your head. Shoulder, baby. Oh, you know you're gonna knock him dead. Pretty sure you're gonna knock him dead.
Yeah, classic bit of R&B for you there. Tommy Tucker and High Heel Sneakers, an A-side on Checker Records from January 1964. The producer, Herb Abramson, composed by Robert Higginbottom. Billboard ran an ad on the 18th of January 1964 on page 34. US, it entered the Billboard Hot 100 on the 8th of February and reached number 11. It also reached number 1 on the Billboard R&B chart. Here in the UK, Pi International brought it out in February of 1964, and it spent 10 weeks in the charts. I forgot to... Oh, here we go. Yep, it peaked at number 23 on the 6th of May. 10 weeks in the charts, entering on the 1st of April at number 47. Final placing 3rd of June at 43. 7 weeks in the top 40. 10 in the top 75. There you go. You're listening to Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Here's our second birthday tune. It's the Manhattans, the Boston Monkey.
There's a place I know not far from here where they dance. You can be young or old, makes no difference. You take a chance. Forget your shoes, 'cause you dance in your stocking feet. Baby, when they Boston monkey, they might dance right out in the street. In the street, hearing music with so much soul. Your hands and feet you just can't control when you do the Boston monkey. Everybody, come on and monkey now. Everybody. Boomerang, shotgun. They've got a 5-piece band that plays till the sun comes up. Nobody pays admission, but a monkey walks around with a cup. Bring a partner or come along. Bring your lunch, 'cause you ain't going home. When you do the Boston monkey, everybody come on and monkey, everybody. The Boston monkey is so very easy to do. Just swing your hands and hips till the music is through. With the Boston monkey, you don't have to be afraid of stare. Everybody stand in line, let your hands take to the air. Hear that music with a honky-tonk beat. Move your hands, your hips and your feet. When you do the Boston monkey, everybody in the nation, the whole population, everybody come on and monkey. Stand in line now, come on everybody.
The Manhattans and the Boston Monkey, which was the B-side to Follow Your Heart on Carnival Records in September 1965, produced by Joe Evans and composed by Winfred Lovett. Record World reviewed it 2nd of October 1965. That B-side went down well with Steve Coleman in Kettering. I'd like to say good afternoon to Graham Payton on Mixcloud. That's on my own personal Mixcloud site. You're listening to
the best music on the best station.
This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Here's the Ethics. There'll still be a sweet tomorrow.
There'll be a sweet tomorrow. There'll still be a sweet tomorrow.
Well, the sun is set and the moon will be bright. I sit here crying on this cold and lonely night. So I called you to leave and I'm cold hard again, waiting for the comfort of the day when you return to me, darling.
There'll still be a sweet tomorrow.
Just you and me.
There'll still be a sweet tomorrow.
Every time I hear a knocking on my door, I hope it's you. When I find it's not, it breaks my whole heart in two. I hate to think about the way I've treated you before. Now I can see I'm not complete anymore without you.
Come back.
I've been waiting patiently.
Come back. There's no other love for me. Even though I caused you pain and sorrow.
What will I do?
There'll be a sweet tomorrow.
Now the hurt inside is growing more and more each day. You've left me behind and there is nothing left to say. Though I've done you wrong, I will love you more. I need you, darling. Just you wanna know,
Baby, there'll still be a sweet tomorrow.
yes it will.
There'll still be a sweet tomorrow.
Though I've done you wrong, I will love you more. I need you, darling. Just you wanna know, baby.
There'll still be a sweet tomorrow. 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 I love you, baby.
Good afternoon to Corolla One on Mixcloud. That was the Ethics here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio, and there'll still be a sweet Tomorrow, released on Whale Records, W-A-L-E Records, in August 1967. Produced by Bobby Martin. It was composed by Howard Smith and Bobby Martin. Reissued again as the B-side to Vent to Tell Me in September 1969, and it was copyrighted on the 15th of August 67. Now, of course, we're back up running as normal. Of course, we were missing our live shows last weekend because I was away on holiday and the main brain computer went down. So when I got back Monday, took it down to the computer repair shop, picked it up Tuesday, made sure that all our presenters' shows were set up, ready to go. Forgot about mine, so apologies to anyone listening, Alexa or on the apps, that didn't hear Soul on Saturday yesterday, which of course goes out also on Buzztown Radio here in Leighton Buzzard. It did go out on Keep the Faith's Mixcloud site, but it wasn't on the radio because I forgot to set it up. It was just playing the jukebox, unfortunately, so my apologies to you for that one. Okay, let's move on. Here's Bobby Bird and I've Got a Girl.
I've got a girl, and her love is strong. Without her love, I just can't go on now. No one will know how much I love her so. Without a doubt, I'll be true to you. I'll do the things that you want me to now. No one will know how much I love her so. For you, my love, I'll do most anything. Climb the highest mountain, swim the deepest sea. I need you so bad, my heart is bleeding. I love you. I know you hear me saying it, darling, I love you. Now. So if and when we should wed, my dear, no matter what, I'll always be near. No one will know how much I love her so. I need you, baby, way down deep in my soul. Oh, I need you. Mr. DJ, I wonder if you might play this record, you see. I know if my baby hears it, she'll just stick with me. I'm lonely, I'm so lonely. I'm lonely.
Bobby Bird for you, and I've Got a Girl, which was the B-side to I'm Lonely, released on the Smash label in September 64, produced by James Brown, composed by Bobby Bird and Ted Wright. How's your weekend then, Woozle? She had good friend Sue down to stay with her, but apparently Sue kept eating all the biscuits and the chockies. Woozle had to go out down to Morrison's last night and restock up. The good news for Woozle, Sue's gone home, back in Northamptonshire. So had a bit of banter on Mixcloud last night. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, you're listening to
Sunday Soul on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
And now, 2 tunes from 1970 onwards.
Starting with this one from Lou Courtney, I Don't Need Nobody Else.
It's all addiction, 'cause they refuse to understand that I'm gonna be only one woman's man. And baby, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else but you and myself. Hey baby, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else but you and myself. Say it again now. My friends all proclaim that I'm only running game, 'cause they know that I can be styled, and they ain't never seen one woman rule this guy. No, no, baby, but I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else but you and myself. Hey, baby, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else but you and myself. I won't ever leave you alone, 'cause you're good to the bone. Said you fill my soul with desire, then you wrap me up in your loving arms and take me higher. Say it again now. My family was surprised at the serious look that was in my eye when I told them all about you and the good things that we plan to do. Yes, and baby, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else but you and myself. Hey baby, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else but you and myself. Oh, baby, 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 I don't need nobody else. Nobody but you. Hey, you and myself. Oh, baby, nobody, just you, baby. Said nobody else. No, you and myself.
In the Faith Internet Radio, that was Lou Courtney and I Don't Need Nobody Else, released as the A-side on Epic Rags Records on the 1st of February 1974, produced by Jerry Ragavoy and Lou Courtney and composed by Lou himself. No UK issue of that one, although it did come out in Germany on Epic Records that same year. Different B-side in Germany to the United States. The US had Why, and in Germany they had I'm in Need of Love. Aren't we all? Here's Wilson Williams. I got a whole lot to be thankful for.
I've got your arms
second tune from the 1970s onwards. That was Wilson Williams. I got a whole lot to be thankful for. An A-side on How Big Records from 1970, produced by Noah Biggs and composed by Wilson himself. So a few changes to the schedule this coming week, because I've got to work all week. Instead of the Thursday mod show at 7 o'clock, I'll be rushing home from work and doing a 2-hour Northern Soul only show for you. Friday, it means, because I'm working, no Friday afternoon Soul Avenue, so our shows start at 4 o'clock with Nutty Buddies Friday Drive Time Soul-So. You're listening to
This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Here's Dean Parrish. Turn on your love light.
It's alright. Oh yeah. Come on.
Of the night,
I need you, darling.
ain't alright.
Come on, baby. Come on, please. Come on, baby. I'm down on my knees. Turn on the light. Let it shine on me. Turn on the other light. Let it shine on me. Oh, little bit higher. Little bit higher. Little bit brighter. Little bit higher. Take it nice and easy. Take it nice and easy. Make me feel alright in the middle of the night. Oh, turn on the light. Let it shine on me. Turn on your love light. Let it shine on me. Oh, little bit higher. Little bit higher. Little bit brighter. Little bit higher.
Dean Parrish for you, and Turn on your love light. That was the A-side with Determination on the flip, released by Boom Records in September '66, produced by Richard Gotterer, arranged by Bert Keys and composed by Diedrich Malone and Joseph Scott. Both Billboard and Cashbox reviewed it on the 1st of October, and on the 28th of October it was released here in the UK on Stateside Records, with Record Mirror doing a review on the 5th of November. Here's the Mad Lads and Patch My Heart. This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Welcome along to Bob's Sunday Soul.
I left a trail behind me. Nothing but empty arms to mine. I should have stayed when I had it made. Now I'm faced with one big problem. I got to start all over. Yeah, start all over.
from the Stack Stable for you there on Bob Sunday Soul. That was the Mad Lads and Patch My Heart, which was an A-side on Vault Records from the 19th of September 66, composed by Isaac Hayes and Steve Cropper, both Billboard and Cashbox reviewing it on the 1st of October. No UK issue with that. You're listening to
the Motown Double Play on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Kicking off with one from the originals. Baby, I'm for real. Good afternoon to Ted Jackson. He's just leaving the pub on his bike.
Baby, you don't understand how much I love you, baby, and how much I wanna be your only man. Oh, baby. Baby, 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 you don't have to go. Stay a little while longer, baby. I wanna talk to you just a little more. I see the little tears in your eyes about to fall. You are wondering if I'm for real. But if you cry, I wonder why you cry. I tell you, no, this is how I feel. Baby, I'm for real.
The first of two Motown. Here's the second. Gladys Knight and the Pips, The End of Our Road.
Fast as I can. Too much for me, baby. More than my heart can stand. I'm the kid behind the wheel. You've been reckless with my heart. If I stay around, you'll surely tear it all apart. Saying the road's got to end somewhere. Oh, every road has got to end somewhere. Now is the time for the showdown, so let me give you the lowdown. We've come to the end of our
tunes from the Motown stable for hour one on Bob's Sunday Soul. Kicked off with the originals and Baby I'm For Real, an A-side on Soul Records from the 12th of August 1969, produced by Marvin Gaye and Richard Morris. It was arranged by Paul Reiser and composed by Anna Gordy Gaye and Marvin Gaye. Billboard magazine reviewed it on the 13th of September. And it reached number 14 in the Billboard Hot 100, entering on the 27th of September. It also reached number 1 on Billboard's R&B chart, where it stayed for 5 weeks. UK edition of that on Tamla Motown, TMG 733, released 26th of March 1970. Record Mirror reviewed it 11th of April, and Blues and Souls magazine number 31 reviewed it on the 10th of April. We followed that with what did we follow it with? Gladys Knight and the Pips, The End of Our Road, which was an A-side on Soul Records from the 25th of January 1968, produced by Norman Whitfield, composed by Barrett Strong, Norman Whitfield and Roger Penzabene. Billboard reviewed it 3rd of February. Record World a week later on the 10th. It entered Billboard's Hot 100 on the 10th of February, reached number 15 and number 5 on their R&B chart. UK edition TMG 645, released 1st of March 68. It was also on the album Feeling Bluesy, released in the US in May of 68, the UK September 68. I'd like to say good afternoon to Dave Bransgrove down in Newquay. Not sure if Steph's tuned in or not, or whether she's still at work. Also, good afternoon to Stepan on Mixcloud and Razor on Mixcloud. You're listening to
Great soul music on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
This is Major Lance. It's called I. Letter I.
There when you're down on a cold lonely night. Ooh, tell me who cries for you. Ooh, praise thee when you're gone, baby, come on.
Major Lance here on Bob's Sunday Soul with I, which was the B-side to Ain't No Soul in These Old Shoes, released on OK Records in December 1966, produced by Ted Cooper, arranged by Herb Bernstein, and composed by Bob Crewe and Gary Knight. It wasn't released over here in the UK because on the B-side of Ain't No Soul in These Old Shoes, released in the UK, was You'll Want Me Back. So if you want you've got to buy the American copy. Here's Don Varner, More Power to Ya.
I struggled hard all my life because I had future plans. We sat down to discuss them, baby, you seem to understand. From that day to this, we had vowed we'd never quit. But then you turn your back on me, baby, played a low down dirty chick. If you wanna leave me, baby, if you wanna leave me, darling, more power to you. I worked hard, baby, trying to do things for you. But the harder I tried, it just seemed to be no use. I ain't been from a kid, Lord knows, for a mighty long, long time. And now you decide you wanna change your mind. If you wanna leave me, baby, if you wanna leave me, darling, power to you. I tried hard not to believe what my neighbors had to say, but the truth came to the light when I came home early one day. There you were, but you weren't home alone. Then I finally realized this was a house and not a home. Although it hurt me down inside, I refused to be used by my own selfish pride. But I ain't gonna cry, no, and I sure ain't gonna die. I'm gonna find me another one right now, stand here in my corner. So if you wanna leave me, baby, if you wanna leave me, darling, power to you. If you wanna leave me, baby, more power to you. I don't need it no more, baby. If you don't believe in me, I ain't got no use for a woman that don't wanna love me. Ain't got no use for a woman that don't believe in me.
Don Varner and More Power to Ya, which was an A-side on Diamond Records from July 69, produced by Eddie Hinton and Paul Ballinger, composed by Don Varner himself. Record World reviewed that one 2nd of August 1969. It's going to get colder this week, guys, so depending on where you live as to weather, there's a chance you might see a little bit of snow. Not supposed to reach us down here, but there is a battle between the cold air and warm air forecasts, so anyone is likely to see the odd flake or two. Wrap up warm, stay indoors if you can. That's what I've got to say. You're listening to
For the very best in soul, northern soul and Motown. Keep the faith, internet radio, fabulous northern soul, great Motown, stunning soul. Keep the faith, internet radio.
This is Tyker M. Lighten up, baby.
Have
Rebecca M for you, and Lighten Up Baby on Caramel Records from November 67, composed by Kent Harris. I'd also say good afternoon to another Ted. This is Ted 501, tuned in on Mixcloud. I think I can get one more tune in this hour. Gonna have Cookie Jackson, Do You Still Love Me? Jackson and Do You Still Love Me, an A-side on Progress Records, released in February of 1963, produced and arranged by James Anthony, Carmichael and Zeke Strong. The composer of it was Cliff Chambers. You're listening to Bob Sunday Soul here on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Just a reminder that if you want to chat to us live, head on over to our Mixcloud site. You don't actually have to listen on Mixcloud if you're listening on the apps, and also you can pop out the chat as well. I don't know whether everyone is aware of that, but you don't have to see this show live. You can just pop out the chat on Mixcloud. You'll see that little icon. You should see that little icon. Anyway, well, we got another hour of the show to come. In it, the two of the usual things, Motown and 1970s onwards, plus listener requests.
Bob's Sunday Soul, live on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Welcome back to hour two. Gonna kick off with Easy Mortimer. In brackets, I get the feeling you're ashamed of me.
You treat me fine when we're alone, but with your friends, you change your tone.
Me
Mortimer getting hour 2 underway, and I get the feeling you're ashamed of me, which was an A-side release on United Artists Records from April 1965. On the flip was the other half of Me, produced and arranged by Leroy Holmes and composed by Angelo Badalamenti and Norm Simon. Good job, at least one of those two names easy to say. No UK issue of that one. Hazy Mortimer, for anyone who doesn't know, a 60s and 70s soul and jazz artist from Chicago, Illinois. She was a nightclub singer who performed jazz when appearing live, but recorded primarily as a soul and R&B singer. In 67, she married Mort Kaplan in the Bronx, New York. This is Keep the Faith, Internet Radio. Here's Arthur Alexander, Baby, for You.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep for you. And oh my darling, while I'm asleep, I'll dream a dream of ecstasy of you. And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take to you. Oh. And if I had the money, girl, I'd try to buy this big old world for you. Every time that we go out, all my friends, they talk about you. They know my heart belongs to you, but they say I'll get it broken too with you. Well, I don't care what they may say, 'cause I don't love them anyway. I love you, baby. I love you, girl, and I ain't lying. I'd gladly give this life of mine for you. Well, I don't care what they may say, 'cause I don't love them anyway. I love you, yeah. I love you, girl, and I ain't lying. I'd gladly give this life of mine for you. Well, every time that we go out, all my friends, they talk about you. They know my heart belongs to you, but they say I'll get it broken too with you. Well, I don't care what they may say, 'cause I don't love them anyway. I love you, baby. I love you, girl, and I ain't lying. I'd gladly give this life of mine for you, baby, for you. Whoa!
Yeah, the fabulous Arthur Alexander and Baby for You, A-side release on Soundstage 7 Records from January 1966, produced by Fred Foster, arranged by Bill Justice and composed by Elizabeth A. Barton. Billboard reviewed it 22nd of January and the UK edition released 25th of February 66 on London Records. Good afternoon to Eric and Maria Lomax in Rio de Janeiro. Nice to have you along. Just in time for this.
KTFIR UK Great Soul Music 24-hour day.
It's request time.
It is request time. Now, normally, as you know, we play the requests in hour 2, and requestees can ask for up to 3 tunes, long as I get them in by 5:30 on a Wednesday. Then I can play them on the Sunday show. Now this week's slightly different because Lardy has asked for 3 tunes from the same artist, which is no problem whatsoever. The only thing I have to be careful of is that they don't all belong on the same album, and that, of course, with a lot of these soul tunes, there are so many obscure compilation albums out there that I just daren't take the chance, because Mixcloud will reject the recording if I play all three and they happen to be on the same compilation album. So I'm going to play two for Lardy now and one a little bit later on. And also, unfortunately, Lardy's are the only request this afternoon. Barry, if you're listening, that big list you sent me at the early part of summer, we ran out on Friday. Played the last one for you. So if you are listening, then please send me some more. I'd most appreciate it. Right, the first two of Lardy's requests, both from Ann Peebles, starting with Slipped, Tripped, and Fell in Love.
From the very beginning, what you had in mind, but I said to myself, baby, you're gonna just be wasting your time. But somehow during the night, things got out of hand, and before I knew it, baby, I was giving my love away again. Oh, so I slipped down your love, and you slipped your love on me. I said I slipped down your love, then you slipped your love on me. Getting hooked on you, baby, was the last thing on my mind. Now you got me wanting you, baby, want you all the time. When you touch me, I just lose control. I find myself, baby, wanting more. Ooh, Lord, say I slipped down your love, then you slipped your love on me. What you did, I slipped down your love, then you slipped your love on me. Ooh, yeah, I know you did it, baby, but I ain't worried about it, no. Oh, yeah. I slipped down your love, then you slipped your love on me.
I think it was a couple of weeks ago when I played an Ann Peebles tune that Lardy said he'd forgotten how good she was. So he sent in three this afternoon. That's the first of one. Slip, Tripped and Fell in Love, an A-side on High Records from August 1971. Produced by Willie Mitchell. It was composed by George Jackson. Billboard reviewed it 7th of August. 15th of August 71 was when it came out here in the UK on London Records. So let's have the second one from Lardy. This is Ann Peebles with Troubled Heartaches and Sadness.
Oh man, trouble, stop knocking at my door. You used to be a good friend of mine.
of no more use for you. I know you can easily find you another friend. I found someone to take away my trouble, bring my sadness to an end. Oh, I found love I need all the time. I found love help me ease my troubled mind. I found love I need all.
So a second of Lardies and People's request this afternoon. We'll have a third one a little later on in the show. That was Trouble, Heartaches and Sadness, which was the B-side to Breaking Up Somebody's Home, released on the High label in January of 72, produced by Willie Mitchell, composed by Anne herself, along with Don Bryan. UK edition 25th of February 72 on London Records, reviewed in Blues and Souls magazine 79 on the 3rd of March. Anne Lee Peebles was her name, born 27th of April 1947 in East St. Louis, Illinois. Internationally acclaimed and best known for her popular Memphis soul albums of the 70s on the High record label. She soon began penning and singing hits for the label, co-writing with in-house composer and vocalist Don Bryan, whom she later married in 1974. And Peebles has been sampled by many hip-hop artists, including RZA, the Wu-Tang Clan, and Missy Elliott. You're listening to This is Al Gardner, Sweet Baby.
This girl that I've got, every boy digs her a lot, for she's sweet as honey. She never begs or cries, don't even tell lies. She's sweet as honey. Oh yeah, I've got to find a way to show that I care. Gotta keep her so she won't go nowhere. She's every man's dream, so you know I've got to keep. She's my girl, got to keep her by my side. She's sweet, y'all. My baby sweet. Oh yeah. Look at here. I want to tell you about how sweet my baby is. How can any girl be this way? I have to find out. Baby, apple pie may be sweet, but it'll never compete with my baby. Oh yeah, got to find a way to show her that I care. Gotta keep her so she won't go nowhere. She's every man's dream, so you know I got to keep. She's my girl, got to keep her by my side. She's sweet, y'all. My baby sweet, y'all. Oh yeah. Sweet baby, my baby, got to find a way to show you that I care. Gotta keep you so you won't go nowhere. You're every man's dream, so you know I got to keep. You're my girl, got to keep you by my side. You're sweet baby, you're sweet as honey. Oh yeah, sweet, and I love you. Sweet woman, love you. Sweet baby, oh yeah, sweet. Alright, my baby's sweet, and I love her. My baby's wonderful, and I love her. Oh yeah.
That was Al Gardner here on Bob Sunday Soul with Sweet Baby, released on Sepia Records around about 67, 68 time, either late 67, early 68, produced by Lorraine Chandler, arranged by Jack Ashford and composed by Ernestine Lewis and Jack Ashford. No UK issue of that one. Here's the Volcanoes next. You're number one. Aren't you real? Yes. All our listeners are number one, including our catch-up listeners to all the shows on Mixcloud.
Every time I walk down the street, 1,000 girls make eyes at me, and not one of them can I see, 'cause yours is the only love for me. Second to none, second to none. Number one, number one. I want the whole wide world to understand. You're my number one girl, I'm the number one man. Lots of pretty girls again tonight, but you're the only girl that caught my eye. It's just the way that you smile with your long and beautiful, pretty brown hair. I said you're second to none, second to none. Number one, number one. I want the whole wide world to understand. You're my number one girl, I'm the number one man. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Many girls have tried in vain to tie me down and stake their claim. Why is it hard for them to understand that I only wanna be your number one man? I said you're second to none, second to none. Number one, number one. I want the whole wide world to understand. You're my number one girl, I'm your number one man.
There you go, that was the Volcanoes out of Philadelphia with Your Number One, released on Arctic Records, 7th of November 1966. It was a Dino Dynamics production composed by Eddie Holman and James Solomon. Billboard magazine did a review on it on the 10th of December, 1 month later. The Volcanoes formed in 1964. The original lineup was lead vocalist Gene Jones, later known as Gene Faith. That's with a G, G-E-N-E, not a female. Steve Kelly, guitarist Stanley Wade, his bassist brother Harold Doc Wade, keyboardist was John Hart, and the drummer Earl Young. The main body of that band later went on to become the Tramps. Good afternoon to Mickey G. Mickey will be with us tonight between 7 o'clock and 10 with Mickey G's Strictly Soul on Ice. Before that, though, it'll be Nutty Butty at the top of the hour with his Sunday Smooth Soul Sessions. Well, at the moment, you're listening to
Bob Hutchins, live on Keep the Faith in Internet Radio.
And now, two tunes from 1970 onwards.
starting with this one from Charles Johnson, Never Had a Love So Good.
Say
go, Charles Johnson, and Never Had a Love So Good. Went down well in Rio with Eric Lomax, that one. It's the B-side to Baby I Cried, 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 released on Alston Records in 1980. Composed by Horace Strauss and Nathaniel Dean. Let's have the second one then. This is James Brown, Get Up Off of That Thing. Go, James Brown, and Get Up Off That Thing, A-side on Polydor Records from May of 1976, produced and arranged by James Brown, composed by Deirdre, Dina and Yama Brown. Entered Billboard's Hot 100 on the 14th of August, reaching 45. 19 on the Billboard Dance Chart and number 4 on the R&B chart. Over here, Polydor released it 2nd of July 1976. It reached number 22 on the 9th of October, spending 6 weeks in the charts, entering on the 18th of September 49 rather. Through to the 23rd of October, where its final placing was 33. So of those 6 weeks, just 5 in the top 40. Ted liked that one, and so did Mickey G. Yeah, he says, getting funky, Bob, I like. There's me thinking, Mickey, that you were a Max Bygraves kind of guy. Oh dear. I'll get into trouble now.
The best music on the best station.
This is Keep the Faith Internet Radio. It's request time.
It is request time, and here's the third and final one for Lardy this afternoon, and Peebles, Old Man with Young Ideas.
Seems like everybody's on my back, making fun and saying wise cracks. Because my man is twice my age, they say he's got 1 foot in the sling and the other one in his grave. They say I can't be for real when I brag about the way he makes me feel. This old man with the young ideas, unbelievable the way that he makes me feel. This old man with the young ideas, everything about the man is so for real. Now when we go out, he hops around on a stick, but when we're making love, I have to beg the old gentleman to quit. I don't know where he get all his energy from, but what other men had to, he always get the job done. Friends think I'm joking, I can't be for real when I brag about the way he makes me feel. This old man with some young ideas, unbelievable the way that he makes me feel. This old man with some young ideas, everything about the man is so for real. They say I'm going with him just for his money, but with his old age pension he can barely keep a little milk and honey. He's old in age, but his heart is still young. He knows the technique a lot of men yet to learn. Friends think I'm joking, I can't be for real when I brag about the way he makes me feel. This old man with the young ideas, unbelievable the way that he makes me feel. This old man with the young ideas, everything about the man.
Well, I think that sums up us soulies, doesn't it? Old men with young ideas. And Peoples for you there, the third and final request for Lardy this afternoon. Released March of 1978 as the A-side on High Records, with A Good Day for Loving on the B-side. Produced by Willie Mitchell, composed by George Jackson and Raymond Moore. 3 top tunes from Lardy this afternoon. Yes, he definitely did. I've lost it again. Oh, here it is. I moved it. That'll teach me. Yeah, big boom for Lardy for 3 fabulous requests. And if you'd like requests for next Sunday's show, please get them in to me by 5:30 this coming Wednesday. Be more than happy to to play them for you. On your radio, it's
the Motown Double Play on Keep the Faith Internet Radio.
Starting with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, The Reel of Time.
Inside my mind, memories of the past. Now in despair, I keep trying to go back there when love was true. Oh baby, I need you. Yeah. This hurt, my heart's embracing. It's just a sample of what I'm facing.
It's 20 to 5 here on Bob's Sunday Soul. That was the first of our two Motown tunes, and that was called The Reel of Time. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, taken from their album A Pocket Full of Miracles. It was track 5 on the B-side, released on the Tamla label 30th of September 1970, composed by Janie Bradford and Jack Gogger, and it was on the UK album Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, which essentially was the same as A Pocket Full of Miracles, but it had 2 extra tracks to it. Here's the second of the Motown tunes. This is the Originals' Desperate Young Man. That was me 50 years ago.
I got a rock as big as a young man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna call me a tender smile on her face. Yeah. That only time can erase. Yeah. I would use a bicycle rim for a ring. Yeah. Put a diamond in it if I can. Oh, and run and get the preacher man. Oh, that's how disgusted I am with the loving your smile. I can't be trusted, no man. I'm a desperate young man. Oh, oh yeah. I'll make the lips sugar-coated, sweeter than your lips. Oh, I'll make her eyes shine for me all of the time. She won't have a heart that's warm. She'll never do me wrong. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I know she's just a big stone doll with no love or life in her heart. And I know she'll never call my name. Oh, never hear a word I'm saying. Oh, never know the top of the thing. Oh, disgusted I am with your loving, yes ma'am. I can't be trusted no more, my desperate young man. Oh, oh yeah. I know she's just gone down. I know there's no life in her heart, but I'm a desperate young man. Oh yes I am. I know she'll never.
Tell you, Mickey, sometimes I feel as though I'm 80. That was the Originals and Desperate Young Man, the B-side to God Bless Whoever Sent You, released on Soul Records 18th of November 1970, produced by George Gordy and Alan Story, arranged by Paul Reiser and composed by Alan Story and Jorge Gordy, who is also George. He used both names, you know. Yes, he did. You're listening to inside the last 15 minutes. Here's a bit of Otis Redding. Shake.
Gone, baby. Take it, baby.
That's a fabulous cover of the Sam Cooke classic there. Otis Redding and Shake, which was track 1 on the B-side of his album Otis Blue / Otis Redding Sings Soul, released by Vault Records on the 15th of September 1965, composed of course by Sam Cooke. UK edition of the album was released in mono only and came out in November of 1966, almost a year after the US version. Got to keep the music coming, we're running out of time. Here's JJ Barnes and Steve Mancher, Reason for Living.
Never knew what I was living for till I drank from your cup of love. Heaven opened up its waters to me, and the sun came through, shining through, frozen up in a sea of tears. Here you brought your sweet loving here. I feel the ice just melting away a little more each day. Baby, just melting away. And we got a reason for living at all. Now we got a reason for giving. Baby, so let's live our life together. Oh yeah, forever and ever. Oh, baby. Yes, I was shaking down in my shoes. Turn on the television, but it won't soothe. All I keep getting is a lot of bad news. I need your love to see me through. Girl, you gave me a happy home. Darn good mother, you keep me strong. The things we don't have, you make up for. You give me so much more than I'm bargained for. And we got a reason for living, oh baby. Now we got a reason for living, oh. So let's live our life together, forever and ever, oh baby. Storm raging up in the sky. Only your love can get me back. There's only one thing I just can't stand. Don't take your love from me. Don't take your love from me. Call it love, call it respect. Just ain't been able to define it yet. It's a good combination and it'll always win. Don't you let it in, cause it always wins. And I tell you what, we got a reason for living, baby. I said we got a reason for giving thanks, baby. So let's live our life together, baby, ever and ever. Oh, baby.
Well, that's JJ Barnes and Steve Mancher with a song called Reason for Living, which was on a CD compilation of various artists called Groovesville Review 3 by Goldmine Soul Supply, and supposedly 26 Detroit soul gems, many previously unreleased, a compilation by Kev Roberts, it says. It also says historic archive research by Martin Koppel, recorded at United Sound 1965, 66 and 67. For me, there's no way that's a 60s tune, is it? You think that's 70s? I do. I might be wrong, of course. If Martin Koppel did some historic research on the tracks on that album, is it 70s? Doesn't sound like it to me. Answers on a postcard. Here we go. You're listening to Here's Bob and Earl. Back to 1964, the B-side to Pop It on a String, My Woman.
She's got a way
just wanna tell you about the things that she does, yeah. Oh, now, just the touch of her hand, yeah, it eases my pain now. Every good man needs a love like mine, my woman. She's got a way about her. Oh, she keeps me from worrying each and every day. 'Cause, yeah, when I'm sick of my baby, yeah, and I'm feeling low down, all she's gotta do is just be around. Woman way across town. But oh, now since I met you, baby, yeah, since I met you, woman, I had to put the other women down. My woman, Lord, my woman, she got a way about her. I just gotta tell you about the things that she does, yeah. Oh, now, when I'm sick in my bed and I'm feeling kinda low now, every good man needs a love.
Back when you used to get decent B-sides. Bob and Earl, My Woman, released on Mark with a C. No, that would be Kark, wouldn't it? Yeah, Mark Records out of Los Angeles. This one will be our final tune of the afternoon. It's Little Mary Staton and Stepping Stone.
I'm just a stepping stone, stepped on every day. I'm just a stepping stone, treated in no kind of way. I want some man to treat me nice and kind. I said I want some man to treat me nice and kind. 'Cause this loneliness is about to blow my mind. I'm just a stepping stone, down here on the ground. I'm just a stepping stone, like that little ground. I want some man to treat me nice and kind. I said I want some man to treat me nice and kind. All this loneliness is about to blow my mind. Please, somebody help me, please. Please, somebody help me, please. I've been stepped on.
Little Mary Staton and Stepping Stone, the B-side to Help Us Girl, released on GME Records from 1969, arranged and composed by Irvin Groves. Well, sadly, we've come to the end of another Bob's Sunday Soul. My thanks to everyone that's tuned in this afternoon. I'll be back next Sunday at the same time, 3 p.m, to do it all over again. Don't go anywhere. Up next, Nutty Butty's Sunday Smooth Soul Sessions, followed by Mickey G's Strictly Soul on Ice, and then an hour of Motown tunes to follow Mickey. Have a great week, everyone. Don't forget you need your coat if you're living down south. It's gonna get colder, folks. Bye for now.
Bob's Sunday Soul has been a Bob Hutchins radio production for Keep the Faith Internet Radio.